كما تشاهدون أعزائي وضعها خطير.
This is Jumana. She's currently trapped with her family in Rafah at the Egyptian border as they wait to escape Gaza. They've spent months fleeing from shelter to shelter in a desperate search for safety. The ABC has been in close contact with Jumana and her family over the last month, and she's sent us dozens of text messages just like these. We've retraced their steps since October 7, when they were forced to evacuate their homes. 5 months into the Israel-Gaza war, satellite data shows around 54% of Gaza's buildings are in a state of ruin. The heaviest concentration of destruction is here in Gaza City. This was once Jumana's family home. Jumana's family has now been displaced at least 12 times and they've lost 20 family members. On October 7, Hamas militants carried out a terror attack on communities in Israel, killing around 1,200 people and kidnapping 250 others. In retaliation, the Israeli Defense Force launched a military campaign vowing to destroy Hamas. Israel ordered a blockade to deny food and water into the Gaza Strip, and its air and ground attacks have so far killed more than 30,000 Palestinians, mostly women and children, according to the Gaza Health Ministry. Human rights experts, including the UN, allege indiscriminate bombing and starvation amount to war crimes. After fleeing their home, Jumana and her family were sheltering in a safe house with dozens of other families when it was bombed. The family made a decision to travel south to Khan Yunis, mostly by foot. At the time, the IDF declared this a safe zone, which means an area where Palestinians can flee to escape bombing. On November 12th, they pitched a plastic tent at Al Nasser Hospital, but as the weather got colder, life in the tent became unbearable.
برضو شفنا الموت بعينينا وأهلي وكلنا طلعنا وإحنا زعلانين على أراضينا وبيوتنا اللي راحت. تمام؟ بعد هيك
In December last year, they received good news. They'd been granted temporary visas to Australia. Jumana and her family began the 2-hour walk to Rafah. They joined hundreds and thousands of displaced Palestinians who had set up tents. But soon after, they packed up again, moving to one room in an apartment in Rafah. The family has had to raise tens of thousands of dollars to pay a travel company to ensure that they get on a list to leave the Rafah border. The list of people approved is posted on Telegram and Facebook every night, and permission to leave requires sign-off by Israeli and Egyptian officials. Delays getting permission meant their visas expired last week. They've reapplied, but now they're in limbo. Jumana says they check the lists of names every hour and can't sleep with anxiety. It's a race against the clock to escape before the looming ground invasion of Rafah by the Israeli military.
ما ضل شيء إلنا في غزة، نضل هون، ما ضل شيء لا بيت لا جامعة لا مستقبل، كل شيء تدمر وكل شيء راح.